3 years ago, I raised £315,000 to build a startup company, and today we're shutting it down. As painful as that is, I've never been more excited and optimistic about the future. Hi guys, my name's Lawrence. Welcome to my channel. This is where I help would-be founders, would-be entrepreneurs to make the businesses and ideas that they have in their minds a reality. There's probably two kinds of people I'm here to try and help. I think in one camp, you've got the people that have loads of business ideas and smart, innovative marketing ideas that are always thinking of opportunities, but lack the kind of technical skills to actually make those ideas turning into anything. I'm also here for the more technically minded people who could build anything, but maybe don't know what to build. And even if they do know what to build, they don't necessarily know how to position it and market it and turn it into a business, which is something that a lot of engineers struggle from. They're able to build something and then it just gets no users. These are the two camps of people I'm here to try and help. A little bit about me. I've worked in several different industries, including some high-profile startups in the UK. I got my MBA a year and a half ago at Bayes Business School here in London. And yeah, I would describe myself as a recovering startup founder. So if we take a step back, and I can tell you a little bit about what my last few years has looked like and what's brought me on this journey. So 3 years ago, I co-founded a fintech startup called Splitsy. We raised £315,000 from angel investors. And the pitch to them was that we were going to create something that loads of people used. And even if we didn't get to revenues quickly, we'd create something that was so liked by its users that we would figure out a way to monetize later or potentially find a way to sell. However naive this may sound, we took it really seriously and we really believed in the mission and what we were trying to achieve. So with our £315,000, we set about actually creating the app. We did create the app, put it into production, had real users. And from that perspective, it was a great success. What was less successful about it is that to get to that point, we spent a couple of £100,000 developing the app before we even spent any money on marketing. Once we did launch, there was all kinds of problems with the app, both technical and from a sort of user experience perspective. And we quickly realized we seriously had our work cut out in terms of getting from where we were after already spending a couple of £100,000 to getting where we needed to be, where this was a product that people loved and they wanted to use. Any changes we wanted to make later on would take weeks. The whole development took around 8-9 months, and even after 8 or 9 months, we weren't really ready to launch. We launched at a time when the product was still pretty bad, honestly speaking. And yeah, ultimately, we were able to create a product, get some users. Sadly, we reached a point where it became evident we did not have the kind of traction we needed to attract the funding that we were going to need to take things forward. And we're in the process of shutting that company down now. So yeah, recovering founder is a pretty apt description for me at the moment. After Splitsy, I did what any good startup founder does and dusted myself off and started to think about what was next. I started to search for jobs and apply for jobs. And I don't know if any of you guys are looking to change careers at the moment or whether you have had a recent job search experience, but it is not pleasant at the moment on the job market. It's very difficult to get the kind of interviews you want to get. And in my experience, even the jobs that I wanted to get interviews for are often not paid to the level that I would hope to earn in the long term. And yeah, it is a very disheartening process to be being rejected for jobs I wasn't even sure that I wanted in the long term. And this all came to a head at some point when I started to ask myself, what am I really doing here? If these jobs that I'm applying for aren't even going to serve me in the long term as someone who's ambitious and wants a lot for myself in the future, what am I really doing? At the same time, I was acutely aware of the technological developments that were going on. Opus 4.5 came out in November last year and had started to create real waves in the software developer community. I was very aware that AI was able to create production software pretty much for the first time in history, and that was going to be a very game-changing development. So I started to experiment. I started to build my own personal projects, and honestly, I was completely shell-shocked at how capable this technology actually is, and it really gave me the confidence to go all in and say, I have enough ideas, enough ambition here to create something, and I have an extremely capable technical co-founder now in the form of Claude Code and some of the other tools that are on the market that can help me make it a reality. And yeah, fast forward 6 months, and I've created multiple projects for myself, for clients. I have paying customers on SaaS products that I've created from scratch and deployed pretty much solely using AI. And I'm happy and excited and enjoying my life in a way that I haven't for quite some time. And for me, that was a real game changer to reach that point. So yeah, for me, the purpose of this channel is to try and give a fraction of what I've experienced in the last 6 months to other people. And if I can make one person take their idea and make it a reality, rather than letting it fall by the wayside, I'll have achieved my goal with this channel, and it will be something that makes me feel very fulfilled. In terms of what you can expect from me with this channel, I'm planning to do weekly content. Ideally, I will do one take and have AI edit the clip and get it to a presentable point. I don't want to get myself bogged down with the content creation process, but I am pretty committed to doing a weekly cadence. And I think the content will consist of building real life stuff, maybe taking some requests as well once I've got an audience, practical advice, tips and tricks, maybe exploring ideas, maybe also covering how to find opportunities that are executable by AI. And yeah, like above all, I want to show would-be entrepreneurs what is possible now, because as I've said already, there's really no reason you can't build what you have in your mind in this day and age. What once cost hundreds of thousands of pounds and took months and months of developer time can now be done over the course of a weekend. We also don't need to wait around to test and build iterations. We can iterate much more quickly. And that helps us with the process of going to market, getting paying users, and actually turning a product into an actual cash generating business, which is what I'm all about. So yeah, if you are interested in some of the things I've been speaking about, and you're someone that has ambitions to one day create their own business, create their own software, their own product, whatever it might be, follow along, and I'll do my best to put out authentic content that can actually help you to take the next step and get you to where you want to be. So yeah, thanks for watching this intro video, and I'll see you in the next one.